typically doesn't do the best into the Cassante, depending on who's playing what in that matchup.
And Chasey was on the winning side of that matchup yesterday. Instead, Gwen locked in, and that is incredibly exciting.
Going to Annie is, I think that because you do have that small range advantage in lane, it can be a pretty favorable matchup, but Hylissang looking for a early gank in mid.
Hilly already puts the ignite down, the stun coming out from Niski as well. There's the concussive blows leader.
Vulnerable for dives.
Interestingly, Elioya also started red into bot gank. So even if 113 wanted to cross map, he was just like, yeah, go ahead, try and steal my red that isn't there. The flash away from Niski.
Miasma down.
After what had happened at level 1. There's a bit of an unfavorable trade.
Does he have the mana here? Doesn't have the biscuit.
He doesn't.
An invade coming in here from Elioya. No flash on 113. He can play this slow. Looks like he's going to go for it.
Trundle does so well, right? Just ability to skirmish in the enemy jungle. Lethal tempo stacking up for him. Flashes forward. There's the chop. There's the kill. 3 kills in 3 minutes, that's what I like.
Dive top is also very real, but Chasey with that deep vision top side. Now they'll get information on where 113 is. He should be fine. Now Mad looking for the re-engage. Stun on Niski.
Hilly is higher level than 113 right now, and it shows. Hilly in the midst of them. The ignite is ticking. Copy's going to take him. 113 will fall as well, but Elioya's here to join the party. The concussive blows on Jonghoon locks him in place. Kobe now trying to get back underneath the tower. Niski has a stun lined up. The stun, the cleanse away from it. The zap just shot as Kobe. Zaya's wings needed to be clipped because she was the dominant AD carry for a couple of patches. But now Mad Lions, if you look at the bottom, you can see it's all red in terms of gold differences. 113 trying to come across here. Leader going forward. 113 flashes with the twisted advance. Petrifying Gaze will lock Elioya up. And Astralis find that third kill of the game.
It's in such an even state considering the amount of pressure Mad have put down towards the spot side. Leader no flash.
Ellie flashes forward looking to concussive blows. Lands the Glacial Fissure as well, but 113 with a great Nature's Grasp will stop Mad Lions from advancing. Leader trying to trade back onto Hylissang. Leader still no flash. Petrifying Gaze lands the stun on one. Hilly trying to chase up towards the top side. Leader still putting the damage down. Hilly just dodging away from the Noxious Blast, and in the end the shutdown will go over.
Did of course choose to commit the ultimate onto Niski and Elioya to try and create more space for him as another fight happens, but
problem is, Copy's one order away from concussive blows.
He can't move.
Jonghoon is just locked up. As you say, Kato doesn't get an opportunity to breathe, not an opportunity to move.
This time round, Mad playing around their waves incredibly well.
Oh, 113.
Looking for something though.
Yeah, he's really good.
There's the hook. Nature's Guards coming out as well as they look for Hylissang. Glacial Fissure coming out. TP used by Niski as he tries to join the fray. You can see Leader already coming down from mid lane as well. Hylissang low, pops the stopwatch, and doesn't get taken out by the root caller. On the blade caller, in fact, from Kobe. In the end, it's a TP invested. Jonghoon flash hook. Leader coming in, has that Petrifying Gaze. Elioya low. Kobe trying to put the damage down. The Rift Tail goes down. Kobe doing so much work. One more order. Flashes for it! And he manages to pick it up and double. On that next auto attack.
Here we are again.
He's able to get it. Kazi tries to flash away, but you can't flash the tree. Kobe will take him shut down as well.
I love the way in which they've matched the aggression. When we think back to the regular season when they were rising their way up through the ranks with the addition of Leader, we praise this team as being
the plates, but Kobe has so consistently, alongside Jonghoon, been the carry for Astralis. Cleanses away, Super Mega Death Rocket coming in as well, but there's the Nature's Grasp as Jonghoon looks for a little bit more action. Elioya's on his way down here. Kobe can't really open up yet.
Oh my god.
Back up, they're knocked up with a death charge as well. And Kazi will fall. Unstoppable Kobe. That's 5. That's 6. One more auto is enough. As Astralis really open up on the bot lane. Leader trying to trade with Niski and Elioya. Petrifying Gaze has already been used to flash away from Leader. Elioya with the subjugate. Niski flash stun. Uses the disintegrate, incinerate combo.
If they're getting Herald, let's get bot tier 1. Astralis say we'll go for top tier 1, and now they can play for 2 towers because they have Herald. So Mad Lions need to respond. You can see Elioya. 4k gold. Yeah, he has Navorian base. They really don't want to. I mean, they're going to have to take a fight now.
Finn looks for the knockback. Hylissang tanks it. Finn has to flash away. Concussive blows almost procced on him. Ward over the wall by Mad Lions. They are winning out in this fight so far. A hook onto Elioya, but the Flame Chompers come down, and he's just assassinated the Nautilus. Stopped where he stands. 113 trying to get away. The Super Mega Death Rocket. Hilly, but of course, Hilly flash Q.
Ultimately, Mad played the map better. They had 1-2 members defending that topside tower. Astralis tried to siege onto it, but they committed 4, wasting
a bit of a bounce and making sure that no one can come in, but I really don't think the Mad Lions realize this is happening.
Oh, they do, but they know that they're way too late. They're going to rock up, put a ward over the wall as it dies, and they're going to regret their decision to overstay for that mid.
For the time being, the siege continues in mid with the 4 stack as both teams contest over that wave. Chasey actually going for a fight.
He's trying to keep Leader busy because look at where Niski is in the mid lane. He has a flank position if he can get there. Leader taken down to about half HP. Niski could have looked to try and collapse onto Astralis. In the end, Leader healing up with the Twin Fangs. Should be able to walk back and take this tower.
Yeah. Mad. I think they blundered a little bit. It looks like Niski ran mid because the TP mid to cover. And all the meanwhile, Mad have just been saying, can we engage? Can we back off? Can we engage? Can we get top tower? And now
Lions, as you rightly said, we talked about how the cross map made the most sense for them. Just send your Annie top, start sieging on
the Annie flash Tibbers. It becomes a lot more tricky for Astralis.
Well, right now it's Mad looking to set up on the river. All in from Finn.
Yeah, really early there. Okay. Down to half HP. HyliSang stepping forward. Kobe does get a double root. There's the hook as well from Jonghoon into the depth charge. That's going to land onto Elioyo on the backline. 1-1-3 coming in from the side, but Leader is nowhere near this fight. Mad Lions are grouped as 5. They'll use the Locket shield. The hook lands onto HyliSang once again, but Jonghoon is popped by the Tibbers. 1-1-3 now retreating Astralis. You can see Finn having to go back to base as well, and here's the TP, but 1-1-3 is locked in the middle of the Mad Lions. And he's like, hey, I'm 3-item Cassio. Why are we fighting without me in these situations? Because down towards this bottom side, Jonghoon going forward as well. 1-1-3 has the Nature's Grasp, pops it out. They're going to try and burst it during it, but Elioyo's already out of the route, and he can try and get into the pit. The subject coming down. 2,000 HP on the Baron. Elioyo's in the pit. Jonghoon going forward is still at 2,000. Kobe trying to kill off Elioyo. 1-1-3 trying to do the same. The Baron secured by Astralis. Finn diving onto the backline now. Astralis will try and disengage this. Elioyo low. Leader trying to get away, but the concussive blows. One more proc on that would be enough. He's stunned. He's locked up. Pulls the miasma down. Astralis retreating. A good route from Kobe. Is landing onto Chasey as they try and take him out of the fight. And Kazi starts to get excited. And the Mad Lions start to pounce.
It's 4 straight kills. 1-1-3 actually dies to Elioyo as well. It's a clean 5-0. Astralis were the ones forcing that Baron. I feel like this entire game, Mad have just been waiting for Astralis to make the plays and punishing them every single time.
They really have. And it looked like for a moment when Astralis were able to secure the Baron, maybe they'd get a couple of players out, but they just couldn't quite do it. Mad Lions now take the tier 2 in the bottom lane, take the tier 2 in the mid lane, continue to open up the map and have a...
Here we go.
TP's now coming into mid lane. Another fight.
There's the stun going out from the Tibbers. 1-1-3 caught up with it. Finn trying to dive onto the back line as well. 1-1-3's Nature's Grasp is back up. He'll pop it. Chasey pops the stopwatch. The hook from Jonghoon does manage to get onto Shakespeare. Look at the damage from the Tibbers. Already one for Kobe. Jonghoon low. Feathers fly as HyliSang almost dies, but Kobe is going to fall as Elioyo is on the chase. In fact, Kobe...
Mad Lions have themselves in Soul.
Runan's Hurricane, Jinx Rockets with Soul, not something that is pleasant to experience.
Game. Playing around Vision, Astralis thought they had to go through mid there to take control, and Mad Lions backtrack to the tower. Now they're going to go back into the river again.
For that flank position spotted out by a sapling. 7,000 HP on the Baron, down to 5 now. Chasey and Niski in good flank positions. Nature's Grasp coming out. Kobe trying to put the damage down, but immediately the Gwen is on top of him. Chasey just able to escape from this one as 1-1-3 has already been killed off by Kazi. Mad Lions turn their eyes back towards the Baron. Finn trying to get onto the front line. The tip is coming out. Jonghoon with a hook as well. The depth charge coming out as Kobe's able to pick up one. Leader trying to put some damage into this fight as well, but Jonghoon already going to get stunned up with the concussive blows. Elioyo can't lock him up. He manages to get over the wall. Kobe opening up. Kazi low. Kobe dives in. The feathers fly, but the shield of Kazi just in time. Leader dashing forward, but Leader will die for it. In the end, Mad Lions win out the fight. Elioyo able to kill off
With game 1.
It was a close fight, actually closer than I anticipated. The fact that 1-1-3 died and then it was a 4v5 and they managed to get a big shutdown onto Leader.
Mad Lions making playoffs is enough for them. 1-1-3 looking for that engage though, trying to stop that from happening. Double root lands, but it's Elioyo and HyliSang who can just tank it up. The Tibbers coming down as well. Jonghoon look for something, but he hooks a minion. And even with the depth charge, he is sunk to the depths again. Goes back to Atlantis to meet his other friends, it seems, as now Astralis 4 members to defend.
He's trying to fake pressure, he's trying to threaten and engage. That was never really there. Mad Lions don't fall for the bluff. 1 member down, they're pushing forwards.
Neither trying to put the damage down in from the side here as Finn pops the stopwatch. The inhibitor goes down, Flame Chompers dashed away, but the damage from the needlework from Chasey is just unbearable. Untenable situation for Astralis, it feels. TP in by Finn. Has the all-out, has the flash. Can he catch Kazi? But even if you do, you still have to deal with Niski. Currently only 1 death on him and 4 items on him as well. HyliSang flashes away. Finn trying to get him from the side, but Mad Lions have already disengaged to the taken double inhibs. And Astralis still only 4 players to try and land this fight. Can't find anything. Jonghoon is back alive, but it feels like
Pushing in the mid lane if they want to.
Yep. No TP on Chasey though, because he did use it 2 mid, so they might want to take the fight just in case. Elder started. Niski, look at his position. Blast Cone Tibbers. Blast Cone Tibbers. Niski trying to dodge away from the Nature's Grasp. Finn going in as well, and already they have managed to take down Kazi, but it's only to the GA. Niski with a great positioning. He'll take out Kobe, and even though you bring Kazi to death, his guardian angel resurrects him as Mad Lions look to end the game.
It's a 5-0 fight win for Mad Lions. The rush into the base is clean. It took 38 minutes, but Mad Lions will secure a big victory over Astralis and look to go 1-up in this series.
What a performance for Mad Lions. In the mid-game, it felt like Astralis maybe had grasped some hope back in it, but in the end, Mad Lions T-Fights come out.
Because you're a griefer.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I know I'm a griefer, but like Talon's early damage with the bleed is like surprisingly high.
Yeah.
And one of the things about Talon is that you do a lot of bleed damage, and it can be surprisingly effective. As 113 finds a good gank in bot.
Kazi has no goes. They look for the root. Kazi locked up. No time for him. The flash first block to Astralis, and second to follow. You have the field. Kobe off to an incredible start.
Massive Hilly.
Yeah, you're not in the best of shapes here, Hilly. It's not your jungle.
No, he's probably dead. Maybe he can execute if he has W up again over this wall.
He's not going to execute.
Yeah,
Leader will be able to get in range.
Maybe.
Leader's across.
Yep, Leader.
And Leader is the first kill on Talon since 20.
Being started off, Elyoya in a position to contest, looking to steal. Knock up from Hilly.
Niski has 6. He's coming down as well. Jonghoon locked up in the pit. Elyoya in the midst of it as 113 trying to get onto Elyoya, but Leader and Kobe a little bit late to the party here. Leader dashing forward, looking for some damage on towards the back line. Gets one, dashes across with the shadow assault, but Kobe's going to fall as well. And it is a comedy of errors all over the map. Astralis start the Dragon. Mad take 2 kills out of it.
The Dragon resets. 113's left in the pit alone.
Leader's just ticked over to level 7. He's going to get straight to Durkin base. I think this is the point where Talon can probably push back with that dematerializer. Should be able to one-shot the back creeps. Finn.
Chase going all out.
Just dead.
Yeah, Finn just dies. No ult, no flash, no way out. Chasing.
We have the Dragon now spawning in a minute's time. Flashing from Leader.
That's the Prowlers. Spirit Rush away from Niski. The charm is going to connect. Hillersan looking for the lockup. There's the cease and desist, and the lockup is good. As Mad Lions find a kill in the mid lane. 113 coming in.
Of
But
course, no Unleashed TPs just yet. Zeri on her way. The Dragon should fall though.
Astralis taking the fight before their AD carry's really there. 113 was being a spectator at the Dragon and is immediately popped. Lightning Crash coming out from Kobe as they look to try to get on towards Elyoya. He will fall. Hillersan next up as Leader dashes away, but Kobe's now in a 1v3. 1v4 make it as Chasey comes in from the side. The charm connects and Kobe locked up. No movement for him. Another for the Mad Lions as they dive the tower in the mid lane.
Astralis walk up at a numbers disadvantage.
That gold lead. Herald going to be spawning relatively soon. Mad, once again in another fight.
They're taking the fight because Leader can cut off Kazi, but already 113 is yelling timber. He's going down for the 3rd time this game. Leader's going to try and dash across these walls, but Elyoya can still chase forward. The Everfrost, the root. Astralis are just diving to their deaths over and over.
Windows, but they need to clean it up around this Herald. Maybe get some towers, get some control, take fights on their own terms, because
the board, and really it's all about whether or not Kobe can make a miracle play.
Kazi on the front line here. Ruthless Predator for the stun. They're looking for Kazi. He managed to stash away, but Finn's on top of him with the dominance. The quickness coming out as well, and Astralis have the front to fight that they've been looking for so long. Finn gets one. They're looking for more as they dash across the wall, but they can't quite find it. Herald goes to Mad.
They know that Astralis just want to make fights happen in the bot side river, so they're just going to run it down mid. Leader doesn't really have any wave clear. Bot towers traded, yes, but there's a Herald for a tier 2.
This could be 3 charges out of this Herald. And Leader can't step up, but Mad Lions will be happy enough to just get the...
Ults on up yet for Kobe and Jonghoon. They really need those. Mad Lions now taking over this Dragon.
113 stepping forward, manages to land the smite. A little bit more involved than the spectators they were last time. Chasey diving forward, Hillersan trying to get on the back line, but a good hook from Jonghoon. However, Kobe dashing across the wall means that he's nowhere near to put any damage down. 2 kills over to Mad.
It is Jonghoon. Might need to be careful here. Elyoya's in that bush.
Vault Breaker comes out, Jonghoon lands the hook, but the TP behind them means that Astralis immediately have to disengage. Hillersan's in a great flank position here as well. Niski's going to Spirit Rush away, Jonghoon already down. Leader trying to get away as the charm lands onto 113, and Elyoya will lock him up. The Vault Breaker, twisted advance, not going to do too much. It's another couple of kills over to the Mad Lions. Chasey forcing Finn away from the fight towards the bottom side, and Baron is up in 20 seconds time.
Exactly that, Medic. This is another great fight for the Mad Lions, but it looks like they're looking for more.
Leader caught out with the Vault Breaker. Hillersan can go for and engage if he so desires. Finn gonna get the back off. Stops it. Maybe they'll try and catch Chasey if he overstays. There's the Pathfinder going out, which means the Ruthless Predator stun will connect. Kobe on the chase now. Mad will turn their eyes towards the Baron. Chasey can flash away. Kobe still trying to get forward. The Ultra-Shock Laser not in range to get the slow, and now Astralis realize, oh, we've been chasing Chasey this entire time. The Baron's begun by the Mad Lions.
It's in the name, isn't it? They really just...
Chasey just tanking for as long as he can. The Flame Chomper's coming down as well. The Baron secured by Mad Lions. Astralis decide the fight is not...
Baron in their hands. They're going to lose mid-tier 1 perhaps, but then they'll start the siege. Bot tier 2 looks like their next focus. Pushing for Mad just yet, so there's only this lane that they can play on. Might have to back away, and that'll be the end of that. So it looks like they're
great team fight maybe to be able to turn this around, but again, if they can't kill Kazi, it feels like that this game is done and dusted.
Minions pushing in the bot lane. Mad Lions One team fight away from playoffs for the second time in a row. Blame Chunk was down and Finn is too. The Croc rocked back in his socks as he falls. Sent back to the fountain packing, and now with the midway pushed in, the Baron buff remains for 40 seconds. The cannon dies just before Mad can get there, which means there's a backdoor bonus on that tower. Makes it harder for Mad to take it, but Astralis 4v5 for the moment. Hylissang trying to put some damage down onto this Nexus tower. Jonghyun with the hook, lands it onto Elio, a depth charge onto Kazi. The Nature's Grass coming out already, but Jonghyun's already down. Kobe locked up with a cease and desist. Leader trying to put some damage down as well, but he's been charmed up, and it's just decimation, it's just demolition, obliteration of Astralis by Mad Lions.
All 5 members fall. Finn will come back to life to hold the last line of defense. Astralis on the precipice of being eliminated from Spring. Mad looking to make it into top 4.
And there's not much Renekton can do in this situation, and there's even less he can do when he's sent packing. Buried under the steps of his own Nexus towers. Jonghyun back up, no waves for Mad Lions might delay their win for a couple.
I mean, while the carries have definitely come up clutch, the biggest improvement that I've seen for Mad is this jungle. And as we said, next week they will be going up against the winner of G2 versus Koi, which will be our next best of 3 of the day.
And Astralis fights that they take just exponentially turns into such a big disadvantage to the point where Kobe just can't carry, can't impact.
The TP, 1-1-3 with the Nature's Grass as well. They're looking for Kazi on the backline. They are able to jump onto him, but he flashes away. And now he opens up with the rocket form in the midst of
wait a second.
He is still alive. Wait a second. Kobe is on the Zeri, and Kobe can start to open.
Is it Penta?
Niski with the stopwatch. The Ultra Shock laser gets one. Is it just another Zeri Penta to keep the game going?
Spawn at the top for a very long time. Often known as Mr. Consistent, the man that wouldn't be that superstar, just waiting for an opportunity to pounce.
3 open inhibs here. Mid one will go down. Astralis have to pull the trigger on one of them. So now Mad will go towards the bot side. Then they'll threaten the bot inhibitor. Astralis need to engage. Karzi no flash. Kobbit just picked up the QSS full item. He's got six items now. See if they can find an engage. Leader off the side.
Finn's rooted for ages. Leader looking for the flash, but Finn's already down. Kobe trying to open up with the lightning crash. Finn, Leader trying to get onto the back line, but Kazi still has the GA, and Kazi survives. The shield, enough to keep him alive. The bleed, proccing. Another shield from Chasey. Just ticks Kazi over.
Ball that they are very afraid of. The GA, of course, still on Kazi. Hasn't been procced yet. Now they know they have the numbers advantage. Mad is continuing the push.
1-1-3's flash is up soon. Karzi's will be up a little bit later. That's a window to punish. He still has GA. Leader's ult's up in 5 seconds as well. His flash too. 2 inhibs down. They have to defend this third one. They need to stall. They need to slow them down. 9 seconds on Finn.
Flashes away. The hook lands in the middle of it all. Jonghyun's going to pop the stopwatch. Chasey trying to do what he can here as well. But Kobe, no ultimate on him means that he can't really open up on the Zemi. He can't do Zemi things. TP behind. Mad Lions immediately collapse.
Oh no.
They surround him like wolves, looking for their prey. And Finn is the man. They'll take down the Predators. The Lions find their mark. And now only 3 members of Astralis stand strong.
Third inhib's going to go down. Astralis have 1 tower to work with. Charm's going to land onto Jonghyun.
Kobe has to do everything here, but Chasey immediately realizes that and locks him up. For a brief moment, Astralis had hope, but it's immediately quashed by the Mad Lions as they make their way. MSI via championship points. And what a road they have walked after a very disappointing regular season.
Yeah, Mad Lions have been able to crawl back. And again, I have to give a lot of credit to the jungle support duo. I think they've worked incredibly well in terms of the early game, the way they play the team fights. But it's the carries that really shone today in Niski and Kazi. Of course, their damage output and the way that they were playing those fights. The Annie in game 1 from Niski, the Ari in game 2. And Kazi with his double jinx performance. Overall, very solid play from the Mad Lions. And now eyes will be on them to see how they perform in the best of 5s, because their next opponent will be either Koi or G2.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for them, but you can vote for one of those Mad Lions players in your Player of the Series vote at LEC on Twitter. Niski, Kazi, and Hylissang are your options. They did pop up on the bottom of the screen.
Kazi
but Vedi was talking, so we had to wait for Vedi to finish talking.
Well, I was making points about the graphic
you
while
were
it was
talking
up
about
there.
them, so you could have said the thing.
But it was
Vedi.
Now I have to say the
point. And now they brought it back up.
Yeah.
Now they brought it back up. Look
So
what you made
do you
them
want to say the thing again?
You can vote on Twitter, play with the game, go on your phone.
Play of the series. Come on, man. At least get it
Wake
right.
up, Vedi.
Goodness.
Come
Don't
on.
join
It's
just you have to put up with this every day.
I know, right?
Don't
It's
stop
awful.
it. Stop it.
Medicaid is the superior duo.
Truant based.
Medicaid.
I only duo with people who are Diamond 3 and above.
Oh, okay.
That's the issue.
He's basically saying you're a hard
Bringing
stuck.
the Elo back into it again. We're setting up for an interview with Kazi in just a moment. You can hear from him instead of us rambling, as you've done so for a long time. So let's do that right now with Yinsu and Kazi.
Thank you very much, guys. I got Kazi here with me now. Kazi, the last time I saw you, you had a different hair color. How much of this winning and your personal performance comes down to the new hair buff?
I'd say it's 100% because I embraced the new personality of Frodo, which is a bit of a failure because I don't know, it's not black, but it's like brown black.
It's really dark. I give black. I'll give it black. Yeah. Would you advise other people maybe borrowing the hair buff? You know, is that the secret?
I mean, for sure, if people want to change something, like changing hair color is good.
A lot of people's going to be in your DMs now, like, what color should I dye my hair? But seriously, though, I think the regular split for you and the team was a little bit scrappier, was a little bit rough, but now in the lower bracket, you guys look incredible. What's been the actual reason for this turnaround?
So I think the main reason for that is that we found our inner peace. We are not fighting within each other anymore. And we are having a good team atmosphere once again. And I think that's one of the biggest points for why we are playing a lot better.
How did you fix that? Because that seems like a really big and difficult problem to fix.
So we just started scrimming less and we started doing more fun activities like playing beach volleyball or like just playing board games, something like that.
Not playing League of Legends, basically.
Yeah.
Now, there was earlier in the game, game one, there was, I heard some game comms of you guys. You nearly got a penta, and I think your entire team was kind of screaming, penta, penta, penta. We're going to see that in a second, but I think Chasey might have ruined your plans a little bit. Talk me through what was happening there.
I mean, I think yesterday when we were playing, my penta was stolen like twice. And I said today should be the day when I get the penta finally, but Chasey took it again. He doesn't like me.
You just fixed your problems, no?
Yeah, but he doesn't want me to be happy, you know?
Oh, you got new problems now. You got to keep on fixing that. Now, going forward, you got to play the winner of G2 versus Koi. Who do you think is going to be coming out on top?
G2.
Why?
They're just better.
Why? I'm going to keep pushing you here. Why? Why are they better?
They're better because the roster is Hansama, Mikix, Caps, Yike, and Broken Blade.
Then why do you want to play the team that's better?
To push ourselves to be better.
And if you do end up playing them, do you think that your team is going to be able to come out on top?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, well, let's just hope that none of them dye their hair. I think that's going to be something you might have to face. But thank you so much, Kazi. It's really nice to see you guys winning and happy. We're going to head to a break here, but do not go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to see if Kazi is right, if G2 are indeed better than Koi.